Let me share with you today the 3 biggest mistakes people make when immigrating to Spain and how you can avoid them. And stay until the end of the video that I'm going to share with you also my experience moving to Spain as a single person in 2006. I lived 1 year in Barcelona, and now I'm living 6 years already here with my family. It's totally different. If you are interested to move to Spain, I'm going to leave a free guide for you to download it with the 10 most expensive mistakes that people normally make when moving to Spain and how you can avoid them. So make sure you click on the link on the description and download it for free. We are actually heading now for an open house here in Marbella, Spain. We're gonna drive there in 15-20 minutes. We are joining some friends at the open house. You probably know that I have a real estate agency here in Marbella called Zimmer Estates. We also have a podcast where we share interesting information about lifestyle in Spain. I interview their doctors, lawyers, every kind of professionals, and then you can prepare even more if you are planning to move to Spain. I'm going to leave the link here for you to access this podcast, okay? Well, I'm here with my wife. We are enjoying together. She is the camera today, and we actually created a very nice lifestyle after 6 years living here, and we struggled a lot at the beginning, okay? It was not easy. We struggled to rent a house, and I'm gonna talk more about it at the end of the video. But let's start talking about the 3 biggest mistakes that the people make when moving to Spain. The main one is the bureaucracy. Spain, they are specialists on being bureaucratic. The visas, the documents, the NIE number that you need to have when you come here, you need to have this number, and all the process, it's quite complicated. Everything takes a long time, and sometimes they say A, and then the other person come next week and say B. You need to have a guidance on this way, because in my example, we have the real estate agency, but my wife normally takes care of all this paperwork because I'm not good at all in this kind of things. And I think if I was going to be here alone, I would struggle a lot with these issues because I don't like this. I just don't like papers. I don't like to read contracts in details and just select all the documents you need. There are another interesting thing that you have to choose the right visa for you to come, because about 50 or 60% of the people, they completely choose the wrong visa when they come here. And also, if you want to know a bit more about the visas and the process to move to Spain and even buy a property here, I interviewed a lawyer in my podcast in Muy Chulo. You can check there. Very interesting information. The second thing, if you are moving to Spain or planning to move to a different country, is the emotional side, this transition. For me, when I was single living in Barcelona, I arrived in a good time. It was 2006, and very, very different time. This is something that changes a lot, actually, depending on the place that you are, if you are single or not. Like Barcelona for me in 2006 was party, and it was easy to get job. No one was asking for documents, like in Spain here, if you are speaking Spanish, they will say los papeles. They will say, ¿tienen los papeles? In that time, no one asked for papeles. Yeah. I mean, work visa. And now it's totally different. You have to be prepared with your paper. Well, let's keep talking about the emotional side, the transition. You can easily feel like homesick. When you say homesick, I mean, you feel bad because you are far from your family, far from your friends, like you have many friends in the city you are living now, and you have your family there, and then like you're gonna struggle. It's gonna be hard for you at the beginning because you're not gonna have some friends here. This emotional side is very, very strong. It's quite difficult to manage. If you are single, it's even more difficult, in my opinion. Well, and the third thing is the money, and this is the most important one. Like the main reason that people fail when moving is the money. Well, you probably know what I'm talking about. Now it's much more expensive. The life here, we are like, for example, we are just buying our apartment now here after 6 years, because the first year was COVID, the pandemic, the second year started the war, and we took about 2 years to rent a house for us because we are a family. So that's a negative to being a family. I'm going to talk more about it at the end of the video. But having money is so important. You need to plan, because many people, they just think, yeah, I'm going to think positive. When I arrive in Spain, I'm going to start working. They try to create connections before they come. Even myself, I have many people from Brazil, from any different country, trying to get a job working with me, but they are not here yet. They don't have the paper done, and the paper done is very important. I talked about it before. You can plan. If you have the right guidance, you can plan before you come to have a cita, for example. It means appointment in Spain. You can make appointments for you when you come here. The first week you can do your NIE number. You can do it in 2-3 days. It's very easy, but you need to have a guidance of someone that can book it for you. And then after the NIE number, you can have some appointments already in the extranjería, they call it. It's like the department of, say, of the government that takes care of the immigrants. So you can start your process for getting your visa before you come here. Like we sold an apartment for a gay couple from New Zealand, I think 1 year ago. They got the visa before they come here because they had support from a lawyer, and the guy is a specialist in fashion. He's a fashion designer. And that's why he could get the visa, because he's a specialist in one different kind of activity, which means that you can find the right visa for you to work here, and you can plan it before you come. So when you come, you can already start working. In my case, for example, I took more than 6 months to get permission for start working. Why? Because when I started my process for my documents, it was the pandemic, and no one was expecting that, like the first 3 months here, lockdown, we're just spending money and, wrapping rent, expensive rents. In general, like the rents are crazily high. They double the last 3 or 4 years. And that's something that you may be scared about. But if you are single, maybe it's going to be much easier for you, because when you come here, you just can maybe rent a bedroom for you. Very different if you compare to a guy that comes with the family, with the kids. In our case, for example, we have 2 kids, and when you want to rent something here, the first thing that we will ask for you, what's your nómina? ¿Tienes nómina? It means that your income. What's your proof of income? If you don't have it, sorry, but you go to the end of the line. That's what happened with us. We had to have the help of a Spanish guy, to sign the contract of the renting for us, because otherwise we couldn't rent anything. So we are very grateful for this person. We are still friends. We talk every month. So he also had the same problem when he lived in Finland. So he did it for us. So he helped us a lot, and it was great, And yeah, we are about to arrive in the open house. As you can see, you have plenty of traffic. We are in Puerto Banús area at the moment. That's the biggest crowd of cars, the busy place in Marbella is in Puerto Banús area, because everyone wants to be around. It's a rich place, so many stores, many shopping center, everything is around here. We're gonna be at the open house around 8 minutes. We are going to an open house from a company called Norma Frank. They are Swedish-based franchising. We have about 4 or 5 big franchisings here in Costa del Sol real estate market. And by the way, we are in Costa del Sol. Today is rainy, not normal here, it's very, very sunny. And the funny thing is that when it rains, it normally rains 5 minutes. It's very rare to rain more than 30 minutes, just for you to have an idea. But sometimes happen that it rains for 5 days in a row. It's not normal, okay? It's not common. Well, you probably don't know me, but I'm from Brazil, and I struggled a lot before with drug addiction, smoking marijuana. I treated depression 2 times, taking medicine. I was very low self-esteem, and I started in real estate 15 years ago. But I just started actually changing my life when I started doing some therapies. I started changing my mindset, and with my mindset changed, my values changed, so my health also started to get better, more energy, and then I could find a path to success. And yeah, my mission here is to inspire you, inspire people that wants to live their dream life here in Marbella, Costa del Sol, or any other place in Spain. I'm here, and this is my mission. I want to help you because we struggled a lot at the beginning. We didn't have any contact. I'm very open to create connections and relationships through these videos. That's my main goal, to help people and serve them, becoming a friend and a less longing relationship. And of course, I enjoy the process. I called myself the crazy guy because I'm really crazy. I prefer to be crazy than normal. I want to inspire you, for you to have a not normal life, okay? But if you plan to come to Marbella or Costa del Sol, please let me know, send us a message. We would be delighted to meet you. Maybe you can join some of our open houses. This house, I think, is around 3 million euros. We have houses up to 40 million here in Marbella. And by the way, the most expensive house in Spain is located here in Marbella, in a urbanization, is in a neighborhood called Sierra Blanca. It's like 10-15 minutes from here where we are now. We are in Nueva Andalusia. We are in a golf area, very golf area. Just for you to have an idea, we have more than 70 golf courses in all Costa del Sol, and here in Nueva Andalusia is the Puerto Banús area. It's more luxurious place. We have 5 18-hole golf courses, big ones, and it's funny that I just realized it not long ago that you see the streets, normally they are not straight here in Marbella in Costa del Sol. Why? Because of the golf courses. And there are some golf courses so big, the traffic is bad because of that, because the roads, they were created to adapt to the golf courses, which is something quite interesting, right? But the flip side of it, the good side, is that the golf tourism attracts 5 times more money in terms of per capita tourists that spend their money here. You have richer people coming here to enjoy the golf and the lifestyle. That's why the city is rich. But at the same time, of course, everything is more expensive, the rents and everything. One of the best things about living here in Marbella is the cultural environment. I like to say in all my videos, we have more than 150 nationalities, and we speak English every day a lot. So that's something good if you want to practice another language. And I'm very happy and grateful to be here, living my dream life and challenging myself, my skills, challenging my limits. Because when you decide to move, you are far from your family, you are far from your friends, biggest friends from the childhood. This makes you stronger, for sure. Take this as a challenge for you to be better, to be stronger, and improve yourself in every kind of way. That's why we are here. We are here to inspire you to get better, to improve yourself, and to live your dream home. But we are living in a moment now that it's even more challenging. If you want to immigrate, you want to move, you have to prepare much better than before. Like myself, my family, we planned for 2 years before we moved here. In my case, I had to sell my house there. I needed to make sure I would have money and enough money to pay my bills, and sometimes you're gonna be the first year, you can be here just trying to get some work because it's not gonna happen. And the other thing, you have to plan the right time to move. Please don't come here in the summer, don't come here before summer, because it's a waste of time and energy and money. It's everything more expensive, everything busy. You have to make sure you plan everything and maybe hire someone to help you on this process, okay? We are about to arrive now at the open house. I'm gonna show you a little bit more about this lifestyle. I'm going to show you a little bit of the house. I'm also going to shoot a video for my other YouTube channel, Zimmer States, where we tour luxury villa tours. I'm gonna leave the link here for you if you want to check the video on Zimmer Estates channel. Go there, and yeah, I'm gonna see you very soon at the open house, and then we'll show you a bit more about this. We arrived at the open house. We have around 30 people inside. Let me take you inside to explain you a bit more about this lifestyle that we have here. This house is a renovation project, and they are doing it a lot at the moment, renovating house to sell. There is an interesting thing also that they put names at the villa, and in some open houses they create a folder with all the information. This one is 3 million euros, more or less. We have 300 square meters built. It means that we have about 10,000 per square meter. It's everything done properly with the interior design, which is something cool. Very soon I'm gonna shoot a video for my Zimmer Estates channel where we do the complete tour. We show more in details the house. But let me take you upstairs where we can have a better look at the surrounding areas, and I'm gonna tell you the differences from immigrating to Spain, being a single or being a couple, okay? Or a family, in my case, for example. Come this way. And I like here in these open houses that they have a good coffee for you to drink, and you can meet people, make friends, especially in real estate, you know? But the main goal of an open house is to present the house. The people come here, the agents, they can check the house personally. It's much better for you to sell a property that you know it personally, always. So we are in the primary bedroom, and look at this huge sliding glass door. They have done it a lot lately on the new villas. So from here you can see better the surrounding areas, and it's better for me to talk about this subject, which is the differences between immigrating, being a single person, and being a family or a couple. In my case, as I mentioned before, I moved to Spain. I lived here in Barcelona for 1 year. And what is interesting just to think about is that when I left Spain, I was illegal. I stayed almost 1 year, and I just had the permission to stay 3 months, but I stay 1 year working every day. Nothing happened with me, and many people do this kind of things. But make sure you don't make these mistakes, okay? It's a totally different time now. It's different than 20 years ago. The main difference, if you realize, comparing being single and being a family, that being a family, the housing is the problem, because nowadays it's so expensive, so difficult for you to find a home for you to rent legally, long term. I mean, that you can stay for many years, because here in Spain the law protects a lot the tenants. That makes most of the owners afraid of renting their home. So there's not enough offer, the demand is huge, the prices are higher, and people are afraid to rent their property. That's, unfortunately, this is something that is happening. And then if you are single, it's much easier for you. Just rent a room, start working, and then when you are working, renting a room for maybe 700 euros, you're gonna be make some money, saving money, preparing your documents, so you can search at the same time for a place for you to rent long term, and even buy a home. Of course, if you are able to buy a house for yourself, that's the best option possible. And we can serve you on this as well. We talk a lot about this kind of things. I interview a lawyer, as I mentioned before. I'm going to leave the link here for you to watch the video of this lawyer. Don't forget, if you're really planning and thinking to move to Spain, I'm going to leave at the link of this description of the video. I'm going to link for you a free guide for you with the 10 most expensive mistakes that people normally make when moving to Spain, and how you can avoid this. Thank you very much, guys, for watching the videos, for connecting with us. Make sure you leave your message. We really appreciate to connect with you and to know more about what you think, what's your needs and doubts about this process. Maybe planning to move to Spain like me, like I did 6 years ago. You can live your dream life here with us. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.